There we go. All right, what it do? What it do? Yeah, I was about to say Christmas Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone. This is the last day of 2019. Yeah, so we had to make sure that we did well, actually, we'll be live a couple of times today. We're gonna see. We'll be live a couple of times today. Um, we got a pretty good show today. Salute to everybody. Shout out to the other breakdown crew members that could not make the show today. Listen, you can watch this on Periscope. You can watch it on. We're trying to still figure out how Periscope Twitter works, but you can definitely watch it on the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. You actually don't have to follow me on Facebook. Salute. I see you, Jay Legend. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to follow me on Facebook. My page is public. So you can catch it on the Facebook link too. So my other co-host, should be arriving shortly. You know, everybody got to be in real nigga time. This is 4 to 5 and 45. The break room segment. What we're doing is we are going to kick off this show with some very respected cats that I deal with. Of course, my brothers from the Breakdown crew. I will let him introduce himself.
Clearly, Nodebate Ray 313. Stand up. I'm just ready to work, man. I got some shit to say.
Yes, I'm getting the other cats on right now. They are on lunch break. This is why this is called the breakdown or the break room segment. As I said, 4 to 5 and 45. So, you know, you get about 30 minutes, 45 minutes for a lunch break. We're going to try to get this whole little situation off. We are going to bring 4 to 5 topics or 4 to 5 opinions, point of views in 45 minutes. We're going to do a conflict resolution type of show where we debate in 40 minutes and bring some type of resolution. Chime in if you choose and using whichever platform you choose to that you're streaming on. I'm not going anywhere for the holidays. We work over here. So, you know, we stay on the grind over here. Um, I'm waiting for the guys to show up, the rest of the guys to show up. I really don't want to start without dang. And Tink just called me. God damn it. Yeah. So again, for those who are just now tuning in, listen, like I said, this is a 4 to 5 opinion show where we are going to substantiate the opinions. The topic is 2019 era of the bag. 2019 era of the bag. Again, y'all can chime in. We are going to bring what we feel are to substantiate that topic. We're going to give pros and cons of how the era of the bag affected 2019 battlers, leagues, and events. Y'all can give y'all opinions. Like I said, like the guys are running a bit late. Oh, right here. The guys are running a bit late, but shit. But hopefully they'll be on shortly. And I'm sorry. I'm playing manager real quick. I do apologize. We still waiting on the guys anyway. Had to do something for Tink real quick. Um, you know what? Shout out to EJ on Facebook. He asked me while we're waiting on the other guys. He asked me about what did I think, my opinion on if what I felt about Adi Boom and Tink battling this year or 2020. Excuse me, 2020.
I think
What
that'll
you
be a
think about
fire
that, Ray?
battle. I think it'll be a fire battle. It depends on, but and I hate to say this because I feel like all battles with good names or people that are very talented can fit on any platform in my mind. Like, but it depends, and I hate to say it depends on the platform that picks the battle up. Like,
Right.
if URL picked it up in a small setting, I think it'll be dope. If RBE picks up the battle and it's like at Club Drum or something, I think it'll be dope. But it depends on exactly where the battle is at, who's promoting the battle, how the battle will be filmed, and everything else. Because to me, again, a good battle, I feel like it don't matter who's the league owner that's running it, they can put it together and give you your own vision. Like, I don't want to use the phrase "it's a movie" because that's like seeming to be the new phrase in battle rap. But in this case, certain battles, I mean, how they come out and how they're filmed, how they're edited, how they're promoted, it can be, a movie. So to me, with Tink and Adi Boom, this could be Freddy versus Jason, RBE, or it could be Alien versus Predator, URL. So it basically depends on who gets it, how they film it, how they promote it, and the ambiance that they put around it. So what's going on? Shy, you got that battle rap water?
Okay.
Always.
So guys have showed up. We're waiting for one more, but I figure we can probably get into the topic waiting for Bad Money to show up. All right. I know again, there he is. There he is. So we can really get right. All right. Hold up. All right.
Y'all hear me?
The way we'll do this, because of the way that everybody kind of showed up, we'll just do it. We'll just, as far as question wise, we'll just go right. We'll do it. Gang, I see you, Havoc. Yeah, introduce yourselves, guys. You here with the Breakdown crew? Of course, you know me. Y'all go ahead.
We going in order. Everybody being shy. What's up, man?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you fine.
No, I had already introduced myself, but I introduced myself again. Again, it's clearly Nodebate Ray, 313 Detroit Stand Up. Right here now, I'm just ready to work, man. Let's go.
I'm your boy, Shy Brown, the Crown World Sipper, even though I'm drinking battle rap water right now. Merry New Year, Anissa Abida, all that good stuff. Never dirty at any battle rap event. And also, AKA Sue Surf Jr. Duck God. I'm ducking all you niggas. 220. I'm done.
Go ahead, guys.
Oh, I thought DME was going, but yeah, it's your boy Bad Money. North Philadelphia's own. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Breakdown crew. Thank y'all for having me on. Let's get a Happy New Year, everybody.
All right.
And last but not least,
is he saying anything? Is the mic on?
No, his mic is he's moving, but you can't hear him.
No, you can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Oh, I think his mic is muted.
We can't hear you, DME.
Can't hear you. Kind of warm in the house today.
Yeah, it is getting a little warm.
Yeah, this crazy ass water, this weather down south, man, is crazy.
DME, if you're talking, we still can't hear you. Technical
difficulties.
Oh shit.
Right.
Yo, can you hear me now?
There we go.
There we go.
What up? We here.
There he is.
There it is. What up? It's your boy DME. What up, guys? Breakdown crew. Let's do this, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I had to sip my water. All right. So real quick. Let me just run it down once again. This is 45 and 45. The break room segment. We are bringing the question today, starting in this new year, 2019, the era of the bag, the cause and effects, bad, good on leagues, battlers, and events. And like I said, what we'll do is we'll start the way the segment looks. So I'll start it off, and y'all gotta forgive me because I seem to always grind. So I'm getting off of work. I'm trying to get my mind right. So I'm gonna start mine off. What we'll do, we will give our topics or our point of views in 5 minutes. We will take 35 minutes to debate each topic. And in the last 5 minutes of the show, try to bring some type of resolution. On the breakdown crew, that's kind of what we do. You feel me? I don't like to, I feel like it, not necessarily complain, because we are consumers. So I like to kind of give a point of view about things and try to find some type of resolve in our opinions. You feel me? So mine is simple. The way I looked at it was my topic is league business ethics, capitalization on the market contracts and battler politics.
Was you starting it off for me?
I started it off and then it goes to you.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so basically, this is when it comes to league ethics. I mean, the first question you have to ask yourself.
No. I'm talking about
anybody. Huh?
No. You have to bring your point of view. That's my point of view. We'll talk about everything after that.
Okay, that's your point of view. Okay. My point of view is basically simple, man. Like, what is the purpose of contracts? What is the purpose of the rookie contracts? I think that we really need to take a real look into how these new guys are getting promoted, how these new guys are getting marketed, and what is the purpose of these contracts. Shy?
Oh, well, me, I'm just wondering how they're going to, for the next coming years, how are we going to keep the culture alive right now? Because I just feel like at this point, the culture is going in the same direction as hip hop is going right now. It's all about the bag and the image right now. It's not about the art form. It's not even about wins or losses. How can we get back to the path of what battle rap was really about, which actually is battle rapping?
All right. My point of view was the entertainment industry factor. As big as battle rap has gotten and everything, and straight away from the essence of what it is at some point, in some ways, the fact that it's gotten so big, a lot of people neglect to remember that it's part of the entertainment industry at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You got to maintain that professionalism as such.
Well, my point of view is I feel like that the leagues are pushing certain people over other people that don't deserve it. So, and I think that's what's really hurting battle rap, because it's battlers out here that are getting chance after chance after chance, as opposed to other battlers who aren't getting those chances, that are actually coming prepared, as opposed to others that aren't. So I feel like that's really hurting the game right now.
I agree with all that. So, all right, with that being said, let's talk about it. I mean, we can go topic by topic or point of view by point of view. I mean, how y'all want to do it? I kind of feel like I kind of feel like we with what each other said anyway. You feel me? So, I mean, whoever wants to kick it off, you can kick it off.
Okay, look, let me say this, because it was something that DME said about the pushing of other people, and the ones that's not coming prepared, it's not getting the looks. Okay, so though his point is 100% accurate, what we have to realize is the dudes that are really good, the dudes that are great, they don't know how to. They either don't want to do interviews or they avoid getting themselves out there. Like, it's one thing, like how we've been killing Jerry West over these years. Like, yo, you have to give more interviews. You have to get out there. You have to promote yourself for us to pay attention to you. Remember, Mr. Wavy, he disappeared for a minute and then came back with a full-grown beard, and we was like, where the hell you been? Like, to me, to me, it's always been with the new cats is like they don't know how to promote themselves, and then you have somebody like Ace Amin who came along, and basically he coined himself more interviews than battles because he basically just started putting himself out there like he was just trying to call out any and everybody and whoever was willing to listen, and it became must-see TV because we knew how it used to be back in the day. We all remember how it was when Averb and Dutch was getting together, putting out videos, and Math Hoffa filming, having Rex on speakerphone, and all of that other kind of stuff. We all remember that stuff because we knew how much it took to promote these battles. Remember, Hitman Holla and Arsenal was going back and forth for months before they battle even took place in the studio, surrounded by a bunch of goons and the whole nine. So, to your point, DME, on the pushing of the guys that's showing up, I feel like that the leagues can only do so much, but the guys got to basically go a little bit further. Now, I also agree with your point. Some of these dudes that keep getting chances after chances should not be getting all these chances that they're getting, man. Like, again, to bring up back in the day, if you fucked up one time, we didn't see you for like 6 months to a year after that. But now it's like, oh, he's booked for this we got him booked for 3 battles in the next couple of months. So you're going to see him again regardless of anything. And to me, that's where the big issue comes in there. So, that was my round.
Oh, can I?
mean,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, okay, my thing is okay. The promotion's great and all that, but with promotion, there's high risk, high reward. So if you're gonna talk, you got to perform in that ring. So when you got a guy like Ace who's talking more than anybody, gets in there and literally chokes every single round and gives me an anxiety when I'm watching him. All right, and you guys talk about, well, he's cultivated a fan base. Everybody wants to see him. I can't tell. Because when he goes on shows on YouTube, he goes on Black Compass and 15 Minutes of Fame, read the comments. Not one positive comment after that battle. Where's his fan base? And then you got a guy like Jerry West, all right? Maybe he don't talk, but when he gets in that ring, he's fire, he's crazy, and he gets glue easy on day 2 when Ace gets on day 1 Swamp, who gets bodied by Swamp, and now we're talking about Ace getting bigger plates, and what Swamp getting? Nothing. So I'm confused about where this fan base is. Just because he's talking good, that don't mean nothing. So I know I'm just confused. I don't get it. Because isn't the point battle? If you get in the ring and you can't and you can't get through your battles, what is this? Like, if you can't get through your rounds, then he goes and does a 1-rounder on Gates of the Garden and chokes there right afterwards. So and he doesn't have the. He can't afford to be doing all this choking when you're this new, okay? And then when you bring up Danny Myers. Danny Myers choked, but in the midst of a battle of the year, contender year. That's where he choked in, not in the midst of his rookie year where he can't afford it. So I think that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, but all that ties directly into my point of what I'm saying about, this is the entertainment industry. And we know where the bag era started. The bag era started at Summer Madness 2 during one battle, Murder Mook versus Iron Solomon. When Mook disclosed how much money he got paid to go up there and spit that bullshit and make Puff Daddy leave, in the middle of his battle. And you got guys like Hitman who, opened up the last Summer Madness. He opened up that Summer Madness and he headlined the past Summer Madness. And he's looking at the numbers he's putting up. The bag era came into play because of that night, and the fact that guys are looking at what a league is actually making money. They eating. You know what I'm saying? So the higher these guys raise their profiles, and which is harder to do now for newer guys coming up because you all just started putting, PG battles on YouTube and getting back to putting battles on YouTube, period. But the higher these guys' stock rises, they know that they're making a company money. So guys want to be paid respectfully. And at the same time, you got to pay these guys whatever you can pay them, to get what you can get out of them. You got to think about ticket sales. If this guy has a fan base, they're thinking like, how many people is he going to draw in the door? Is it a fair system? No. You know what I'm saying? But you got, okay, so JC was on Lord's show last night, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally is speaking up after, whatchamacallit, after everything happened, you know, it was the Lux and Surf face off. But JC was saying some things, but at the same time, it was somebody on a line with JC that was saying everything that JC really needed to be saying.
Mm-hmm.
The type of things that like
let me just put
double
this
back as far as let me double back as far as what you were saying with the leagues capitalizing on as far as the events. That's kind of my point when in conjunction with the battlers. And I feel like artist development is not there.
Thank you. Because that was the point I was going to bring up.
They mismanage their talent like crazy. They mismanage Jack Boy. I feel like they're mismanaging Ace. They just mismanage the way they're bringing these guys up. It's just a lot of mismanagement because you can't just throw these guys in the mix like that and watch them burn. And you got to bring a way to find a way to bring the talent up in a more productive way than just. That's why I'm against the rookies versus vets situation. Come on.
I mean, I want to see that right now. Artist management. Real quick, to touch on artist management, look what happened when artist development got taken out of the music industry. Look at the content of the music we got now. Artist development was huge in the 90s.
Not even the content of the music, bro. Look at the shitty concerts people are throwing.
Yeah.
They're throwing shitty concerts now.
I'm just gonna say this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay. I hope y'all listening. I hate to do this for y'all because you know the year coming. They don't give a fuck about what we think or say at this point. They have a thing y'all call app. Are y'all app game? Are any of y'all app game? Anybody? I know some of y'all app game. Okay, that's what they want. As long as you motherfuckers are paying your $7.99 and you know you're not on real nigga time, they gonna take that shit on time. It's all about the dollar. And if you are an upcoming battle rapper that has a strong following and somehow have a way to bring in revenue, this is all about. It don't give a damn about your talent. They don't give a damn if you can rap. They don't give a damn if one nigga bring two niggas bring three. Bring in the money. They want the money. The culture, I hate to say it, the culture is going to where it's all about the money.
Yeah, you all took money from me on Christmas Day.
Okay, but this is where,
I swear to God.
Oh my God. But this is where the standstill is. This is where the capitalization comes into play. This is where, again, artist development, because along with that artist development, like we said, when we look at the vets, and even right now, John made a comment and basically said, all you motherfuckers is whack. Verb has said, as far as y'all need to get out and promote yourselves more. These guys promoted themselves like crazy. The other way they promoted themselves where they went to other platforms. Yeah. They built fan bases. So it's not just about the media aspect. Exactly. It's about the ability to go to other fan base or go to other cultures to bring in the fan base. Yeah. I mean, but again, they're getting these 360 deals where you're supposed to be coming to do work on the platform that has the 360 deal, but you can't even do that shit because you done saturated yourself with the because if you think about it, the 360 deal, and I ain't gonna put nobody's numbers out there, but ultimately the 360 deals that you're getting, if you break that shit down for the entire life of the contract, the 4 or 5 battles, that shit really ain't that much money.
Yeah, they're gonna make that off you.
One round to other places.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you. I was just saying, yeah, they're gonna make that shit 10 times over. Cause they'll make it off pay-per-view and off this app.
One thing I'm gonna say.
This is where
one thing I'm gonna say real quick. It was something that Bad Money said earlier in his round. To this day, I still disagree that Mook shouldn't have never said that. He shouldn't have never put that out there on how much money he had got paid in his return. That should have been his business and URL business. And had he not said nothing during that Iron Solomon battle, we wouldn't have most of these dudes saying what they were saying. Because after that battle, remember, people went on Twitter and was like, I'm not getting on stage for no less than this now.
But that was
Hitman
my
Cole
whole point.
now everybody.
But that was my whole point, is that that's exactly when it started. Everybody pretty much before that they was doing it for hip hop.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm saying? They was doing it for hip hop because everybody was in their respective cities already tearing shit down, and then who doesn't want to be on Smack DVD? You know what I mean? Who didn't want to be on Grind Time back in the day? You know, after the WRCs and 106 and Park and Fight Club and all that went away, who didn't want to be a part of these things? But when you realize that Mook got that amount of money, that's when you start realizing Puff Daddy is here, Busta Rhymes is here. This is the fucking entertainment industry.
On the flip side of that, business is business. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Right, look, on the flip side of that, business is business, and they got to handle it how they're going to handle it. Now, you're going to tell me that changed everything. Well, okay, but, you know, let's look on the other side. You got a guy like Twerk, who apparently is the face of the URL, and can't make ends meet because he does battle after battle after battle on these little leagues, chokes in them. If he's the face, how come he can't? Is he not making enough money? What's going on there? I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying that I agree with
the goddamn phone.
I'm not saying that I agree with how the league is governing itself. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is the league has one thing that they're concerned with, and that's their bottom line. And that's how much money they're going to make. I'm just giving y'all the perspective of, you know what I'm saying, what the league is thinking and what the battlers are thinking as far as giving it from the entertainment industry concept. And this is the way people are thinking. Am I thinking this is the right way to govern the culture and, you know, how negotiations should work and stuff like that? No. But at the same time, this is not a judge sport. You know what I'm saying? So people can go around saying what they want and be braggadocious, but you got to captivate your audience and get people to gravitate towards you in a way outside of you just giving them content. The best music artists, the best actors, they found a way to cultivate an audience by making these people like them outside of whatever their profession was that they're doing. The leagues are never going to disclose what their bottom line is and what they make from these events or whatnot. We're never going to get that information. We'll sit here and drive ourselves crazy trying to figure that out. But this is why the leagues are governing themselves the way they are. And battle rappers have to smarten up because the leagues see for a fact that this is the motherfucking entertainment industry. It's up to the battlers to start realizing that. And the guys who are bringing in the most money are the guys who've realized that and build themselves as a brand.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're going to keep seeing the surfs, the twerks, yada, 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 all on the big stages.
But again, those folks have been here 10 plus years. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they've done the branding that they need to do. I feel like, again, you cannot hold these battlers hostage. You know, whatever money situations they're in, you know, you just got to do better managing. That's really all I can say. Manage your money.
Some of these dudes got managers that don't utilize their managers. Like, what's the use of having a manager and you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not following the guidelines of the God and the plans that y'all have for that year as far as your career, and you do the total opposite.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Listen, before y'all came on, Ray and I were talking about. Shout out to my brother Tink. Ray and I were talking about as far as I manage Tink now, but as far as management goes, since you brought that up, shout out to EJ. I had a conversation with someone on Facebook, and he was saying to me, Adi Boom and Tink would be a fire battle, and I was like, you know what, that'll be dope. Now we were talking about platforms, place, you know, basically how the event, where it needed to be. Placement of that particular battle on what card or whatever, so on and so forth. If it was on URL, RBE, whatever. I don't like to pit RBE and URL against each other because I'm a battle rap fan. You know what I mean? I feel like I watch everything regardless of where it's going to be. Again, we can't outside of the fast tracking with these newer battlers. I feel like if they had the opportunity to do other things, other places, it wouldn't be so bad. I just, you know what I mean? They can stand a chance because like we said with Ace Amen, I've been an Ace Amen fan. I've said, and I know DME, you and him have had some issues.
He's the new golden boy with DME.
They have to life management. Yes, do shout out to my sister Do, Hurricane Do. Do told her follow her as well if you ain't already. She's fire. But ultimately, where I'm going with this is, if you're going to fast track them, allow them to get as much fan base as possible. Allow them to get allow them to get cultured. We'll go back to Ace Amen. Ace Amen was upset with DME. You know, as media, people have to understand, get the fuck out your feelings.
Right.
Because we're battle rap fans. We pay to come to your events. I know I pay. I don't fuck getting in free. I pay. And you know what I mean? You know, for real. So if I'm coming to see an event and you fuck up, as media, you can't be mad because I feel away, because I'm a fan first. You motherfuckers is out here fighting over chicken sandwiches. You know what I mean? So how the fuck are you mad when we say what we say? You know, there is a way of saying everything. I do agree. But with Ace Amen, I didn't buy into the whole hype of Ace Amen. I liked him, but there is such a thing as I felt like he had a lot more work to do, because he had practiced when he came in, he was only doing 1-rounders. You know what I mean? And he needed to learn how to structure I thought he was a fighter. I'm not sure, and I'm not being funny when I say this, but ultimately, he needed to get his wind up. He needed to be able to learn how to structure better. You know what I mean? And there's just, I felt like the artistry of it, he needed to home in on certain attributes, opposed to from the gas station. You feel me? Opposed to the mantra of having more interviews than battles. I needed you to concentrate on your craft. And I feel like the reason that's not happening is because of whatever else is going on, because I've been in close proximity to the dude. He definitely is a fan of this shit. He's definitely watching what everybody does. Now, how he applies it, it's, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. The popularity is cool, but when you get on that stage and they're now trying to put you at the next level, this is why these dudes are not selling tickets. Because they need that other half of what it takes to be a player in this game. And I feel like, again, shout out to URL, because the people that I fuck with heavy. But at the end of the day, when you take it upon yourself to capitalize on the market as the brand, to capitalize on the market, you take away from that battler's potential.
That's true. But a lot of guys are coming into the game and they're learning how to battle rap on YouTube. Back in the day, this is why I think a lot of the vets are successful to this day, is because back in the day, as I'm a former rapper myself, I was fired too, but back in the day, you battled because you knew how to rap.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Your goal was always to get a record deal. So a lot of the vets are like in their early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. They understood what artist development was and what having a manager was. So they have some structure of how the music industry works. And this is why they negotiate better, they market themselves better, and they know how to make themselves a brand, because this is shit that they already been doing amongst the journey of making music and trying to, become a successful musician. They battled because it's what you did when you was nice and you knew how to rap.
Right. I mean, someone just said, an interview does make you pop, but if you cannot perform on that stage, why does that matter?
It doesn't matter. It means nothing. Like, if you get up there, especially, like, I don't want to pick on Ace, but it's just he's the example right now. And it was nothing personal, but when you get on there, he's in the beginning stages of his development. Okay. And he's really, and those band settings, I feel like, are a hindrance to what's been going on, because that basically is the gas station. So when you get out of that element,
Jackboy just proved that.
Jackboy proved it, and when you get out of that element, and they're doing the exact same thing to him. So when you're in the beginning of your development, and you throw him on a Summer Madness Impact Reloaded stage, and he did okay there. Okay, that's fine. But then his next chance there, you saw what happened, and then we see what happened here. It's crazy, and they're literally ruined. I blame the URL, because it is up to them to cultivate their talent, and I feel like they're doing a terrible job of it, and I think they're hurting these guys because they're the ones who book them. And if you get, and they're not going to say no. Oh yeah, of course, you know, they're going to take those chances, but it's up to them to bring the talent up slowly. And I feel like they're just throwing these guys in to crash and burn when they have seasoned guys who actually are showing that they can do this, and they just can't get a call. They can't get a chance. I don't understand. The app is $7.99. We're paying for it, so it's like they were locked in already. So I don't get it.
Right.
Okay, so
the season guys either want too much or they are not popular enough. Let's go with Chilla. Let's go with Chilla Jones. Chilla just got the call back again, and basically him and Nitty had a fire fucking battle.
Fire.
But how many times a year does URL really call Chilla Jones?
Right. He's not boring anymore. He's not boring anymore. I hate that narrative. He's been fired the past 2 years. He's changed.
Chilla Jones has always been fired. I think the only reason we didn't create that narrative is because of that DNA battle. That's the only way you can create that narrative.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Bad Money. It was that DNA battle that made everybody say, "Oh, Chilla Jones is boring." Chilla never been boring. But
people loved Chilla before that battle.
But I'm gonna say this one thing, and this goes back to the whole thing when Ace had I think he said to DM me on Twitter, "Oh, you can't remove my face off of your platform or something like that."
His likeness.
His likeness. Let me put this in perspective for a lot of people. That's what, number one, the media is too close to these artists. If the Source magazine write a negative about somebody's album, let's say for instance a Jada Kiss album, Jada Kiss is not about to go to them and say, "Remove my likeness off your magazine." The battle rap media is too close to the artist where we cannot be honest when these guys fuck up. We can't be honest when these guys are doing good. We can't be honest if somebody wins a battle and then somebody say, "Well, oh, you're just biased." Yeah, granted, DME may be a Hollow the Don fan. You may be a Ace Amin fan. I may be a Sue Surf fan. But if we can be honest to start saying this person is this person without being biased, then it wouldn't be an issue. That's one. Two, to the person that had left a comment, I believe his name was Havoc, that said we're suffering from old head syndrome and all he's hearing is negativity. Here's the breakdown. If you pay money for a pair of Jordans, you want the best quality of those Jordans. If it's missing some glue, some stitching, where something can bust in the soles, you gonna want your money back. So guess what? Yes, we've been around. You can call us old heads, but we've been around and we know what good quality battles look like because we have been paying for them for a long time. This ain't old head syndrome. This is us talking about how these new guys need to actually take their craft serious and actually get in there and perform instead of just talking. Trust me, if LeBron James is coming at 90%, you go get on his head. If Jay-Z put out an album where he's not reciting all of his lyrics the right way, you go be upset. So don't get on here talking about some old head syndrome and all that other kind of stuff.
But again, the one thing that you missed in that, ain't none of these niggas calling up Jay-Z. Ain't none of these niggas calling up Ron. You're gonna tweet. You're going to troll. Right. You're going to do all that. Right. Now, you will go back to the store and take them Jordans back. However, this is a very close-knit, accessible community.
Yeah.
So,
it's close-knit. Hold on. It's close-knit. It's close-knit wing. But we don't. But the thing is, when you can sit up there and say to a media personnel, because you're writing comments or you're saying negative comments about me, remove my likeness, that's too close. That's too, because he is media. He is media. We're not here to sit up here and tell you even when you fuck up that you did a good job. Come on now. We really gonna tell people that fuck up they did a good job regardless, and we gonna overlook it.
They got two
choices.
Go
ahead, DME. Go ahead.
They got two choices here to handle media. One is they either ignore completely, like a Loaded Lux does. He doesn't respond to all the criticism in the state. You either just ignore completely, or you embrace the hate. Embrace the hate. It's supposed to make you better. All right, this isn't. I'm not
It's
hating on you
supposed
to get you
to.
out of here. I'm a fan
Right.
of Battle Rap. I want you to be good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm hating on you because I want you to take it as motivation and make you better. But instead, you're crying. Oh, take my name. What are you talking about? You have no right to tell me that and then lie about it. All right, like it's just crazy. And to me, it just proves that certain people, they're not ready, and it's always the people that are getting pushed when they're not supposed to get pushed. And it all shows up. It all comes to fruition at the end, just like a Jack Boy. And I feel like Ace is down the same road. If he doesn't take a step back and figure this out, and he got different problems because, again, he's got like physical problems. He can't get through battle physically. All right, so it's not, all right, and that's an issue. And he should not be. I'm here. I know what his next battle is, and it's like I don't understand what they're doing here. It's like this crash. URL's in a crash and burn type of mentality.
Let me say this. Mainstream artists, I don't know, because again, Bad Money makes a very good point. Makes a huge point. The way that we're moving in battle rap, in this battle rap culture, is a lot like mainstream, the mainstream culture or the mainstream industry.
Mm-hmm.
Understand this: as an artist, a lot of these guys are rappers. They make music. However, what if and I'm going to get to another point, a lot of some of the league owners don't really care for the fact that you have a manager, because a lot of battle rap has gone on the handshake system for years. But niggas ain't as honest as they used to be, so you kind of need managers. You know what I mean? Everybody is friends, but there are no friends in business. But let me get back to the point. A lot of these niggas have to do mental and physical workouts. If you I'll use Beyonce for an example. Her father, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when she was, or most artists, when they were coming up, they used to have to wear heels. They used to have to run and sing. You know what I mean? I feel like battle rappers have to do the same thing. This is how you get your wind up. A lot of them do smoke and drink, but there are physical things that you're supposed to do to make yourself ready, because you're using, you know what I mean? You're using your voice. So there are things that you have to do. Those aren't myths. Those are actual things that you have to do. Now, URL this is where the artist development comes in. And if they're not willing to allow these managers to step forward to make sure that their artist is on point, because if you think about it, we do get mad at URL, but that's where the battlers get upset too. Because we get mad at URL for the shit that they do, but URL says it ain't our problem. We pay them to do a service and they ain't doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
they still got their money.
To add on to what you said, Wayne, because I had even wrote this after the Swamp and Ace battle. And Ace was open. He said, "Yo, man, I just want to hear the criticism. Go ahead, be honest." I said this to Ace. I said, "Bro, I don't know if you ever saw that Behind the Music with Outkast." I said, but Big Boy and Dre both had a problem with their wind. And what the producers used to make them do before they recorded songs, used to make them run around the block and recite their lyrics as they were running. I said, bro, they say you used to fight. My man, hit that treadmill or start running and start reciting your bars, man, and maybe that'll get your wind together, bro. I said, because you get real winded and it comes out as choppy. I said, your shit sounds dope, but when it comes out choppy, people like, man, and then it's like you trying to catch up with what you saying and you end up choking. I was like, so again, this goes to the artist development. Some of these people, if they have managers or anything, or even if they're taking their own career in their hands, they're going to have to look at their game tapes, their own game tapes, and say, this is what I'm doing wrong. What do I need to do to improve and fix this for me to be better?
To speak to your point, Ray, this is something. When I was an artist, my brother was also an artist as well. One thing about him, and this falls in line with Ace, was like you gotta have people around you, and if you're really taking your craft seriously, to tell you like, yo, this is something that really, really helped my brother. You're using too many words. If you take this word out, you take that word out, you can catch your breath a little bit better in order to get your point across. Instead of saying these 3 words to get your point across, find 1 word that'll give you more breath control in order to get your what you're trying to say out. You know what I'm saying? It's a billion words, you know what I mean, in the English language. You know what I mean? So You can find another word that corresponds with the same thing that you're trying to say in 3 words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that all goes and falls in line with taking your craft seriously. You know what I'm saying? But definitely the leagues and the battlers have to get their professionalism up, and look at this like a business and start reading books if you got to as an artist.
But these
Right.
are
You know
things
what I
that
mean?
need to be developed before they get to the stage that they're on. That's my thing. It's like they're developing these things in the middle of the big show, and that's not how it should work. All right, this should be happening.
Here's the thing: when you get a PG, right? That's where you sit up there and you study somebody's weaknesses and what their strengths are. That's where it could be like a big buddy system. The thing that I don't like about the F the Vets unit is this: really what's supposed to be happening in battle rap is the same thing that, happens sometimes in the music industry. Nobody's taking these guys under the wing and saying, hey, I fuck with you, I fuck with your talent. I know what you need to do to get to where you're trying to go. So I'm going to put you under the wing and show you how I train and how I do these different things. It'll help you, along the way. There's no big brother system. They have only brotherhood thing, but at the same time, that's with you guys now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these guys are 10-year vets, they should be putting these other guys under the wing. Once they see them in a PG, you grab that person, you know what I'm saying? And as they're going through the PG process, that's where you do the artist development at that point in time. You have somebody that's with that PG, you know what I'm saying, that's close to that PG, be like, all right, you need to work on this. Like, not just calling and telling them, you got to make sure these guys are doing it. That's the perfect time for artist development is between your PG battles. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Someone said band is gassed, but there's no fans at band.
No, that's
Okay.
That's not true.
First, that's not true. Second, I think it was DME that had mentioned that like band is a little get. Here's the thing with band, where I'm not saying it's not needed. They need to move band from VA. Either that or stop putting VA rappers
exactly
on the card, because you're basically telling these guys, when you're putting these guys in their hometown and these people is cheering them regardless of if the bar is hot, if the bar is not hot, or whatever, they're basically saying, oh, I can rock the crowd now because the crowd is telling me no. It's your people, it's your hometown that's telling you that because they want to see you win. Of course, your hometown is going to always want to see you win. They need to start moving band around a little bit, either that or stop booking hometown people on band, because it's basically it's giving them a fake reading of if they can do it or not. And then they feel like I don't need to change anything. So if you have a Wing or Bad Money or DME or Black Compass saying you need to change something, and they say, well, did you see how I rock the band crowd? And you're from there, they're not going to want to listen. They're going to be like, yo, I'm not changing nothing. I just got done rocking 200 people or whatever, so I know I can rock a bigger stage, or so on and so forth. So, but yeah, with that comment about don't fans be at bands, that's a lie. Fans do be at bands.
I think the problem there is that it's oversaturated now. When I went to Survivor Series, not this past year before, I liked the top. I like the atmosphere. It was really a cool setting at that time. I can see them doing that. Well, as they've done, and then when they brought the band battles, that was fire initially. I like the fact that Band Legacy then was born, and it became more of a way to start to build the limbo. I just call them in limbo. The in limbo artists that need that push forward. So I'm not really mad about that, because I felt like it was out the organic fans. You do have the Richmond, Virginia, New York fan base there. You do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree that they could, move it around and try it other places. I do agree with that. I really do. And not for nothing, it'll help to possibly cultivate some other talent coming in through the door. I want to segue that, because we got about 10 minutes. I want to segue that into popularity, battler popularity. Ray, that's kind of where I felt you were going with that. Using Ben as an example, you got a lot of popular people there. The popular people are getting the plates and not actually doing what they need to do. Right now, like I said, you got rookies that, and Bad Money, you just said there doesn't need to be a rookie versus vets with the guys that they have right now. I was confused because I know that we were talking about the freshman class of 2019, and somebody had to explain to me directly how they fused these two PG classes from 2018 and 19 to make one because they didn't really have a roster.
Somebody choose.
I'm gonna give you two. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you two names that I feel like I don't understand why they haven't gotten the plates that they should have. Riggs.
Yeah, definitely.
And Squeako. I need to understand why these cats have not had the plates that they need to have. I need to understand why Fonz hasn't really elevated either. There's several few, but I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go with that.
Prep tweeted out something this morning, basically, and it kind of made sense to me. Because if you look at the class system that's going, remember it was supposed to be rookies versus sophomores a while ago. You know what I'm saying? That was talked about like along the lines, of rookies versus vets. Someone said maybe like a year or two ago. I'm not sure exactly how long ago, but Prep made an interesting point and said that they should put them against the guys that was on the first rookies versus vets that came in as the rookies before they get a vet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he tweeted that out this morning. But I don't know, man. It just makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it corresponds with what I think you're saying, Wayne. You know what I mean? I just think right now, in terms of matchups, they have to figure out a way not to force a rookies versus vets, because right now I feel like we're being force-fed that. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of matchups, I just don't see any really compelling matchups at the time. Like, Chess and DNA was compelling. T-Top and Clips was a compelling matchup. Briz and Bird, compelling matchup. You know what I'm saying? And they did face-offs for these things too. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Battle Rap to me is not about wins and losses at this point because it's not judged. Battle Rap is more so a game of matchups. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't want to be force-fed of rookies versus vets. I really want to get a rookies versus vets card that, you know how when another movie come out and they do a sequel, and you're like, they should have left that shit alone. The first rookies versus vets was so iconic. I don't want to just be given a rookies versus vets card. And I'm like, man, they could have kept that shit.
Because it was organic. That's why it came up about organic.
Exactly.
They're grouping these rookies. I don't like how they did. Like Riggs. Riggs is a rookie. Like, he battled Danny Myers like 5 years ago. Like, I don't understand how what makes them rookies and the sophomore. I don't like how they're grouping it. I think they should just be organic, and the match. It's just a lazy way of doing a card. I think, like, let's just group these guys. The guys in the past year or two are rookies, or even longer, and then we're gonna put them against now. Even some of the people they call them vets is suspect. Like, they're vets, but they've been around for a couple. I don't know. So I think that the whole concept is just it worked because you got to remember they went through the UFF tournament and all that stuff.
Thank you.
This isn't what's happening here. This is a lot different. And
that was the last artist development, actually, was UFF.
Hey, Wing.
That is true. That is true.
Hey, Wing, what did I say last episode? Next year, they need to really define and break down who's really a rookie, who's really a vet, who's really a sophomore. Because if you're grouping all of these guys together, it's hard to break down who is who. There's no way that people should still be calling Jerry West,
a rookie,
a vet.
And
I mean, not a vet, a rookie. It's like that they're calling this man a rookie, and it's like, no, Jerry West been around for a while. Just because you haven't seen him on the main stage, okay, are you saying he's a rookie because he never been on the main stage. So is it stage that breaks down who's a rookie, who's like, I mean, what is the criteria that says who's a rookie and who's a vet? You know, oh, okay, you've been doing it for longer than 10 years. Okay, well then it's a lot of these so-called rookies that's been doing it for longer than 10 years that need to be labeled as vets.
Right.
It jumbles it all up.
It really, well, you know what? I believe this last year and a half, it's just kind of gone to shit. That system has kind of gone to shit. And we've been hearing the word, trust the process. The process is not working. When you're capitalizing on getting all the talent up and you're doing nothing with it. You know what I mean? What you need to do, yes, like you said, have these events where you're doing these certain things, and maybe here's another thing: get rid of Summer Madness, because Summer Madness is now, I think, didn't you say that Summer Madness? Gnome is now Summer Madness.
No, we're not getting rid of Summer Madness. No, we are not getting rid of Summer Madness, man. We're not getting rid of Summer Madness, man.
Wait. Hear me out. Okay, so
you don't want to end the show with the last 5 minutes.
Get rid of the Super Bowl.
Listen. A few days ago, while I was at work, me and Wee had a phone conversation. And I said to her, to me, I find it kind of odd that Summer Madness was considered like the Super Bowl. It was considered their WrestleMania, their World Series, their NBA Finals. I said, but for some reason, as of late, they seem to be putting way more backing behind Gnome over Summer Madness. But I said, granted, we did get Summer. I said we did get Summer Impact, so I saw what they was doing with that and all of that. I said, but for some reason, you have, despite Sue Surf, choking against Rum Nitty, it seemed like everybody put their best foot forward at Gnome now. Don't nobody put their best foot forward at Summer Madness no more.
Wait, we can only say that about one Summer Madness, which was Summer Madness 7. Summer Madness 6, I was there.
In Vegas.
Yeah, but we can't do that because of one bad Summer Madness. We're not going to do that.
We had
the NBA Finals and Summer Madness.
We had 2 bad Summer Madnesses. People like to forget the bars over name Summer Madness like it never happened. Y'all be trying to Mandela affect that motherfucker like that shit never took place.
I mean, but Summer Madness is a brand. Like, I don't know if you just throw it away and.
No, I'm not saying throw it away, but I'm saying to me it almost comes off that Gnome has become more important. How they brand it, how they shoot it, how they promote it than Summer Madness.
Right.
If we had a Summer Madness this year and not a Summer Impact, if we'd have Summer Madness and Double Impact, you might feel a different way. I understand. That's a good point. I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, no, we don't get rid of Summer Madness. Gnome is the NBA Finals, and Summer Madness is the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Okay, I agree.
I can give you that. I give you that one.
Hold up, Ray. But if it's not Summer Madness worthy, as they have not been, obviously we wouldn't have got Reloaded, or we wouldn't have got Summer Impact if they felt like they could do a reputable, respected and warranted Summer Madness. That's
okay. So here's my thing about that.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I feel like if like DME just said, that's a brand. I agree. But if you cannot live up to the expectations of past, you got to sit it down for a minute. I'm not saying do away with it altogether. But right now, Gnome is where it's at.
You know you great when we compare you to your past work. We're not going to compare you to nobody else's work. We're going to compare you to your past work.
Right.
And the one thing it is, when me and Wayne talked about it, I didn't say get rid of Summer Madness. I just felt that Gnome had became like a little bit more important. It's like everybody started putting their best foot forward. Even the way they started promoting Gnome and shooting Gnome, it was like, yo, we're going to get the biggest venues. We're going to get this. We're going to get that. We're going to have the best battles and this. And it's like, okay, well,
even
what about
resolution? Even with resolution. But again, this comes back down. I cannot stress this point enough. Again, it comes down to the capitalization of the industry. You're trying to make sure that you get all the best battles, and basically were trying to do event. You see, I mean, come on now. RBE started to put on the pressure. URL came out the ads with all kind of goddamn events, and that's great because the level of competition. I mean, Pepsi and goddamn Coca-Cola been having a competition for 100 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So healthy competition is great, but stick to what you do best. You see what I'm saying? And right now, there's a lot of kinks in the chain, and I'm tired. Like at this point, I've been going to events, so many events this last year, buying all these goddamn pay-per-views, trying to keep up with everything. I need to put these motherfuckers on my taxes. Like I need to be able to write this shit off.
Fact, though, you spend a lot of money. This has been the year of spending money for your battle.
Yeah. And that's one thing DME makes me realize, as much as I try to be like, that's part of the game. No, like we do spend our money on that. And that's one thing that DME like stresses, you know what I mean, and I respect him for, is he looks at things from the consumer aspect in running the business.
Absolutely.
So salute to you for that, DME.
And you know what's crazy?
And a lot of people, a lot of people do, like, I'm a marketing major. Like, this is what I went to school for, business and management. You feel me? So for me, when coming into this game, when I came in on Angry Fans Radio, that's what I preached the most. And so many people were just like, oh, no, Wing, this is not, everybody, I couldn't believe the amount of people who were just like, this isn't, this has nothing to do with business. Like, it wasn't business. What are you talking about? This is battle rap. If you're getting paid for a fucking service and we're paying for that service, God damn it, this is a business. Now we're here. And yes, we have every right to say what we need to say about battlers and everything else, because we watch every fucking thing that y'all do. Yes, you are the battlers. Yes, you are the leagues, and everybody there's a such thing as corporate responsibility. Look it up. Google it. Google is your friend.
Just think about
responsibility.
This. In battle rap, you probably spend more to be a battle rap fan if you want to watch everything than any other entertainment business in the world. Now, what else charges 50 every month? 50 every month. 50, and then another 8 now. 50, $60 a month. What other entertainment business do I got to pay $60 a month to be a fan? There isn't.
Mother don't put out another movie.
Pay-per-view and go to the events.
And go,
we pay for the pay-per-view and go to the events.
Nothing. There's nothing. Even UFC back. It doesn't even come to like that, because it's just there's so many events now. So if you want to be a fan of everything,
right?
You know what's funny though is because I was not gonna get Smack Volume 5. I was like, no, I was putting my foot down. Like, I done spent too much money on battle rap this year. I'm not. And then I just kept looking at that goddamn trailer, like, just kept watching it. I was like, and the day of the event, I ordered it. I said, damn it. And as I'm typing in my damn card number, I was like, why am I doing this to myself? But again, it's because it's like you feel like you don't want to miss nothing.
Right.
You want to be there when everybody talk about, oh, did you catch this battle? Did you see this? And so on and so forth.
Right.
I don't know, man. But
that's why I get so mad
when no other entertainment business out there like this that where you pay this much.
None.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're
we are a niche market that spend thousands, hundreds of thousands. Before we go, we need to come to a resolution on this. But one of the New Midwest movement. I'm sorry, my brain is everywhere. He or she asked if Ace Man gets 30 by Emerson Kennedy on BL9. He said, do y'all think he will still get a bigger plate?
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say this because you know what? We forgot one other battler. We're going back to that popularity vote. That fucking popularity vote now. And shout out to my man's Jada Nightwing. I fuck with him crazy. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Salute. But I am not West Coast biased, although I'm from NorCal. I'm sorry, I'm not. I need y'all to win, but at the same time, I need you to be able to do, you know what I mean, to come in this game and do what you need to do. Both of them continue to get bigger plates and not producing. I feel like he may get a bigger plate, but at the same time, it is now time for the fans to speak their mind about the shit. For real. I don't want to be honest, after Swamp, I feel like he got to go back to the basics.
But the fans are speaking their mind. I feel like they are. If you read the comments on videos that he's on, literally every comment, Ace, we don't want it. This is ridiculous. You keep talking. I haven't seen any positive comments. So this whole he's popular thing, I don't get. Like, it's just he's getting
okay. This is where they say he's popular at, and I'm gonna be all honest, because the people that are bringing them on their shows, they're not really. Some of them pay attention to the comments and they go back and forth for fans, but they care about the views. As long as the view count is up, as long as the view count is up and traffic is coming to this, that's like, for instance, that smart move Jay Black did when he had put on one of his blogs something about Kelsey Monroe. It was fans that wasn't battle rap fans that were porn fans was like, wait a minute, who's this guy that did an interview with Kelsey Monroe? And they ran to, I was reading the comments in tears, and they were like, this was clickbait. This was clickbait. I thought you did an interview with one of my favorite porn stars. What the fuck is battle rap? I'm like, damn, these niggas don't know what battle rap is? And then that's when it hit me. They care about the view count. The view count is where it makes it popular. I get your point. Because DME, I do read comments for the laugh, man. Some of the comments be priceless. But their popularity is, oh, I went on Champion, and the first thing most of these guys say, I got over 100,000 views. They give a care less about the comments. The comments. Some of Ace views on those platforms do be pretty high. He do get a nice amount of traffic because people want to hear him talk that shit. People do want to hear him talk. But to get on Wing's point, the resolution of this is, to me, it's a lot of these new guys that's coming in that are talented. But most of these new guys is trash as hell. So two things. URL need to, one, let go of these contracts to some of these dudes that they made sign. Because I know URL holding the contracts hoping that they get better. That's all that is, because they don't want, King of the Dot or RBE or no other big league to get their hands on these guys and these guys get better over there. That's why they holding them. But if you have a group that is nice, you need to be focusing on just them, not everybody else, not trying to play a big monopoly to make sure don't nobody else get the other person that may be nice in the future. Work on the ones that the fans say, yo, he got something. If he fixed this, if he or she fixed that, he got something, we'll keep watching. That's where the URL need to be started going into artist development. Back to what you said earlier on, Bad Money and Wing. So to me, that's where I think the resolution needs to come in there. They need to get rid of most of these dudes that is just plain old trash and basically focus on the dudes that fans will give a chance to and say, we see some potential, they just got to fix it.
All right.
I agree with that.
My resolution, it coincides with Wing's point of view, which is business ethics. Battle rappers, when they're coming in the game, they have to step up their business ethics and get their shit in order, because at the end of the day, like I said, this is the entertainment industry. And if you ain't got your business ethics in order in the entertainment industry, you're going to get fucked. Period. Nobody forces you to sign these contracts. Move like a businessman and conduct yourself like a businessman. And when you are in a position to have to negotiate or get a chance to display your talent, bust your ass and display your talent to the point where they have to negotiate with you and respect your business ethics.
Right.
That's a fact. Basically, my thing is, my resolution would be that, and I brought this up the other day. I think that the URL should move to like a ranking system and start judging battles and have records. I think that's the only way to get around this. Who cares? Like, people be like, well, the judges are trash, they're gonna get it wrong. That's part of the fun, and part of the argument now.
Yeah.
Just make it official. Start January 1st. All right, because when a battle happens, you're not going to get these guys coming in half prepared because they know that L is going to stay on their record forever. So it's going to make all the battles better. Okay, we'll have a ranking system, have a champ, have some fun. It's getting too stagnant and it's getting ridiculous. And honestly, me as a battle rap fan is starting to be like, ugh, like I was the same thing. I wasn't going to buy Smack Volume 5. Then I bought it. And that's why I got so mad at Ace, because I spent the $50 and then I'm getting an anxiety attack watching you. That's where this all comes from, right? So you know, but they're not going to do it. But I think that would stop all this. We wouldn't even need a rookies versus vets because we'd have a ranking system. We'd know who needs to get to who gets that next battle. But I don't know. I think that would solve things.
Yeah.
And I agree with every point of view. I want to add on to the point of view as far as ranking systems and what have you. I feel like cultivating not necessarily the battlers, cultivating the culture by letting loose your stronghold. Go and take the chance on dudes that have graced the platform in the last 5 years. Try bringing them back. Make a band setting for these dudes. I mean, it's about 100 of them that you could really bring in that could battle test their new guys. Allow these people to go up the ranks that way as well. Allow these, I mean, if you're going to do contract, I'm not mad at contracts because I feel like it does hold you to a performance, but it doesn't, unless, I mean, what are we really having contracts for if you're not going to uphold them? Because having a contract makes that battler accountable, but it also makes the league accountable too.
Yeah.
You understand? So I feel like there's things that the battlers need to look at as well. And not for nothing, get you a friggin' manager. Get you a manager, because some of y'all are smart dumb dudes. I'm not gonna call you niggas, but smart dumb dudes that don't really understand what you get yourselves into. And that's okay. That's okay, because there's a lot of young guys that are in this culture that are just happy to be here.
Yeah.
You understand? So yeah, I feel like do that. Not for nothing, you know, they do need to build their brands and not necessarily just buy media. They need to build brands. They need URL. If you're going to stronghold them, a part of the artist development, a lot of these cats are musicians. Shout out to Avocado, because he is the GOAT of management. Geechee, we talk about Geechee's popularity, but Geechee and Nitty are on every pay-per-view. Their battle, I mean, their music, their videos. You feel me? Like, that's something. You know what? There was a time that actually URL used to do that. And I feel like if they start to do that more, it helps for us, the likability of these guys as well. You know what I mean? That's what the YouTube channel should be for. Also, I would like to see the PGs drop, all the PGs drop on the YouTube channel. Keep the app. You know what I mean? Regardless of how I feel, I'm going to keep the app, because you know what I mean? I'm gonna be a true supporter regardless. But I feel like part of artist development, if you're not gonna do anything else, keep these guys. You have 1 million subscribers. Keep these guys relevant that way as well, because it helps them. I remember, shout out to Chino Valdez is on the Norbs is on the live. And I was about to say, Norbs did. I don't know if Norbs remembers the UK PGs. Do y'all remember the UK PGs that he did?
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that, but I don't know what happened with them.
Those were fire PGs that they did, and they put those guys on. I don't think they put all the battles on there, but on YouTube, that's the last we heard of them. But the views that they got, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think that a lot of people would fuck with it, but they did. And that, you know what I mean? That means that the system works. If we're gonna do artist development, I hated that some of my guys, when we were talking about Jay Lopez, they didn't even know who the hell Jay Lopez was, or Chase Paper. They didn't know.
Oh yeah. Last episode was crazy. That last episode was crazy when nobody didn't know. Like, yeah. You don't know, but again, this goes back to what I said earlier. It's like, because they have the market flooded with so much talent, and they trying to have a grip hold on it, on making sure that these guys develop here, blow up here, and can take the league to the next heights. Versus, okay, y'all not ready yet, so I'm gonna have to let y'all go for now, and then maybe we'll do something in the future. Because again, they wasn't scared back in the day to let go of Ill Will, JC, and let those guys go get their shit together and then bring them back. It's like now they're scared that, oh, these guys may blow up the next league, so let me just hold on to everybody to make sure they develop here, get better here, blow up here, and so on and so forth. And it's like, okay, now you're not paying attention to the guys that actually have the potential, that's trying to do well, that's trying to get better. And I don't know. To me, it's just basically, it goes back to the popularity contest.
It does. A question that was asked: if boy loses to Truffaut, I don't know, is that battle still going down? I know there were some legal issues happening, so I'm not sure
Yeah,
where
Truffaut had a situation.
I think he's out now.
He's out.
Yeah, he is out. He's been out. But I don't know if that battle is still going down. If it is, if he loses to Truffaut, the question was, if he loses to Truffaut, is his career over?
I mean, at this point, it's Jack Boy. His career has it was totally mismanaged. He should have never been. That battle against John shouldn't have been on that stage. And then to put him right after that on Summer Impact Reloaded, it's just ridiculous. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like they totally mismanaged his career, and now I don't even feel like, even if he beats Truffaut, what does that mean? Because he's already hit that pinnacle, and look what happened. How does he go from what no battler has ever jumped in a crowd, had a meltdown, ran off in the middle of the battle, and then gets Summer Impact Reloaded. And then what happens there? Chokes every single round, and we're still talking about Jack Boy? What does that mean? How bad do you have to be to get out of here? Like, what's the bottom? If he didn't hit the bottom, then there's no bottom. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna say this, DME, and this is just all honesty. I believe if, let's hypothetically say Twerk had joined NWX, the Goonies would not exist no more.
I mean,
I think because of the popularity of Twerk and the strength that he has, and like the fans that backs him, and him still staying with the Goonies, is why we still have the Goonies. Because I truly believe had Twerk joined NWX and had left the Goonies would have been disbanded. Most of these guys would have been gone. We wouldn't be seeing them anymore, anything like that. And again, to me, it all coined phrase on star power. Now, granted, you do have certain guys that do join these groups. They don't go nowhere. Their star don't go nowhere. But you do have some of these guys that is guaranteed to be booked by the league because the star is with them. So, I mean,
but the Goonies thing, how come it's not helping Ryder and Louise and Cuban?
No, it's not.
Well,
it's not.
You know what? They didn't need it. Dude, let me ask this. Do you think, to be honest, I don't think that Jack needed Goonies. I don't think that Ryder needed, and I don't think that Louise needed them.
I hate Goonies, number one. So
I could agree. I mean, it maybe helped them in the beginning of their careers, to associate themselves with a clique or whatnot. But I mean, as their careers progressed, it kind of stagnated all of them to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Because Twerk got so huge as a superstar. And it's like, well, why are the rest of y'all superstars like Twerk? You know what I mean? So everybody put those expectations on them.
And listen.
So.
Oh my God, right. And I'm tired of, you know what? Is it Twerk or P? Oh, helping Jack though. That's a good question. I'm gonna leave that alone, but that's a good question. I would say,
I've done 50 lives about this, so if you wanted the answer, go watch one of my lives. All right, I've addressed this a million times. I always talk about this, and people hate it.
Yeah, Disney goes live every day, man. At least once.
Okay, well, in that case, go watch DME's live about it. I will say this: me and Jack, when this shit with him and John first happened, I was there, so I know exactly what happened. I know both sides. I know. me and a certain person, we're not even on speaking terms behind that shit, because first of all, I don't like a liar. You know what I mean? And I hate the narratives that people put out there. I feel like Jack got too consumed with that situation. That's where me and him really embarked on a friendship, because he hit me up just out the blue and was like, Wayne, I respect you, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm coming to you asking about a certain, I value your opinion. I told him what not to do. You know what I mean? Because this comes down to, you're dealing with John, who has been here, who knows how to win on the battlefield and off the battlefield. And he's witty. You may want to not use this to get a battle with this man. And if you do, certain things you don't need to talk about. Don't make this so personal about this situation, this particular situation, that's all you harp on. You know what I mean? So a year, 2 years later, because I think what this situation happened a year later, you have a situation that turns around. John goes to jail. You're still talking about it and all this different shit. Like, Jack has to listen to himself, because he's actually a smart fucking dude. He's a smart dude. That this battle rap persona, he's a smart guy. And sometimes we get caught up in the battle rap persona that we feel we have to play that shit out, and it ended badly for him. To damn near, he has no leg to stand on in a career, as a career. Twerk may talk to him, but I feel like, to be honest, I don't feel like Twerk got the answer. So how do you help each other?
I'll say this, because I think I never even thought about that point that you just made, as far as like the John situation is really right. Like, what put him in the situation he's in now and put his career in a downward spiral. Think about this. Beginning of the year, Low Life Thug was the hottest thing smoking. Jack Boy was the best thing about battle rap Twitter in the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you're right. And that situation did consume him and affected his career. I never thought about that point. Because it seemed like when that shit happened, everything changed. So
that's a fact. Hell, he was the one who had me listening to the Migos. I'm just saying, because I don't listen to anything hip hop nowadays, supposedly hip hop nowadays. And it was just his style that he started to embark on. I mean, it's a variety, it's a taste for whoever likes it, but I liked his energy. And so it was like, I mess with him. I really mess with him. That's a person, when I told his ass that he lost to YK, had no problems with it. Because you did. You got your whole ass beat by YK.
He had no problem with it. I've heard him say it a million times. I didn't lose to YK with his Jack and Jill bars and all this stuff. All right.
If you go to my interview that I have with him, but it's all in the way that you say it. You know what I mean? Like Ray said, people want to be friends with these battlers. Everybody knows I'm friends with certain battlers or whatever, but I tell them from the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you, because like DME just said, we want you to get better. I told Jack then, bro, you lost. You lost. We were in Nashville. He was at an event, and I interviewed him, and I'm like, bro, you lost. I told Head Ice on my bro, what? I told Calico when Bullpen first started, and I interviewed him, and I'm just like, I was never a fan of you. I didn't like your style and certain things, but I was very respectful about how I felt about it. And he actually, we spoke about it. He was just like, no, I know this, and I'm getting better here. Well, to no avail. I don't see the better, but ultimately, people know, you know what I mean? Like, this is something Jack got to take this L, and he may have to come outside the Goonies and start to try to trust himself and what he needs to do to rebrand. Is the way I look at it.
But two things, Wayne.
Go ahead.
One, people who know you, people who've been around battle rap media for the longest, know you started off with AFM. So to me, it's like when they come to you and they want an opinion, you're not going to pull the punches, but you give off that vibe like, yo, This is the homie that's gonna tell me the truth. Now, when DME give off his honesty, he doesn't seem like he can't. They look at his energy like he the homie that wish he could do what we did. So we can't take his word for it or anything like that. Even if you're giving, even if y'all both give the same answer to somebody, it's all about perception on how they're going to receive it. Because again, you can have a conversation with a Jack boy, and he'd be like, you know what, you're right. DME could say the same thing you said, and he'd be like, oh man, you just hating. I ain't trying to hear that shit. This is the third. So,
well, in fairness to Jack Boy, I used to go off about, and he hit me up one day, and he came on the show, and we had an hour interview, and he was super cool and very receptive to everything I was saying. He didn't tell me to take his likeness off my page and go all crazy. He actually went the opposite route, and I respected that. So he does, and his whole thing was he was trying to figure out what the fans. I think he thinks too much sometimes. He was trying to figure out what the fans want and what this and this and that. And I'm like, just do you, bro? But the main thing is be prepared. All right. And
if you're prepared, got 3-0'd on my show. He who was that? God damn it. B-Dot came on the show one time, and we were talking gang culture and battle rap, and he completely got 30'd on my show by B-Dot, but he was cool with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, he didn't go dumb and ignorant. He was just like, he didn't try to fight. You know what I mean? He wasn't trying to, oh, well, fuck it, when I see you again, blah, blah, blah. No, it was completely, and that's, you know what I mean? Like I said, he has his wits about him. He definitely does. And that's something that I feel like, because he is so wise, he's a complete leader. He got to lead and allow his other people who what they want to cultivate the battle culture. He got to put that aside and do what he has to do for him, because obviously it's not working for you. So what the fuck? I mean, you're not losing nothing if you listen to what you want, what you need. You feel me? Like, seriously, it's not. He's not losing anything.
Hey, quick,
by just taking
real quick, Wayne, real quick. This is a comment I just read from Norbs. Norbs, I'm glad I didn't wear my Cardis on the show then. If you saying I look like Calico, I'm glad I didn't wear my Cardis on the show and I just put on the Randy Jackson joints right now. So we can continue on. But Norbs in the comments talking about I look like Calico, man. That But shout out to my fellow brother Calico, man. Detroit stand up, man. That's home.
Right.
Anytime, Norb, if you want to interview me, no problem, man. Anytime, bro. Just hit me up.
That's what I was about to say.
Right, but I'm not single. Okay, I'm not single.
Oh God. Listen, I've been Grape Street. I've been Grape Street all my life, Norris. I've been Grape Street all my goddamn life. My aunt lived in Watts right around the corner. Yep, I've been Grape Street all my life. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, as far as I just feel like going forward, 2020, I feel like it just needs to be more quantity or more quality. Like I said, URL has had a great year as far as branding new events. Have all the events been great? No. RBE has had, a shout out to King of the Dot.
Yeah.
They have come back. You know what I mean? That they have come back and they've been doing their thing. Town business has been wonderful. I definitely got to get out. I got to get home to make a town business event. Shout out to IBAC, to all of the smaller leagues that are really putting in work. I just feel like, again, the battlers need to be put in a situation that's lucrative to where we can take this bag situation and do away with it. I feel like it's going to take for the leagues to kind of stop the fuckery so that, and shout out to the resurgence of Queen of the Ring too. I'm sorry, I had to add that in there as well. But it's going to take for people to take off their petty and allow for them to put their foot down. I mean, because I feel like we had a what some people would feel like ARP may have lost respect for him, but did not lose respect for Verb. That shit is like insane to me. When that was a complete contractual agreement that we saw in front of our eyes, what happened. You know what I mean? There was no there. I mean, you could read between the lines as far as what happened. You know what I mean? And the time differences, and everybody is just back on the Verb wave and everything. But you talk so much shit about URL, they wasn't looking to bring you back. You got hot at RBE, and then you chose to burn that bridge. And when URL decides to say, okay, we tired of you too, because I mean, not for nothing, I feel like a couple of battles that he could do. You just lost to DNA. Fuck it, Ray.
No, we didn't.
That conversation.
No, we didn't.
Yes,
no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Vote out, and I casted my vote, and check the BRMC page. You know what I mean? So the votes are out. Check the BRMC page. It's just who I voted for.
You voted for Verb, didn't you?
Yeah, I did vote for Verb.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. We got to come back to that. We got to have this discussion.
You're right. We gotta have we gonna have this motherfucking discussion.
I do. He definitely lost to Bird 2-1. DMVP, you know what? Don't start with me. Both you and Phil are late to the fucking show.
That's right, DMVP. Talk that shit, DMVP.
No.
DNA went off the third round alone.
I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what alteration means.
Listen.
He was trying to say alliteration, and he said alteration. So, till I get a definition for the word alteration.
Oh, stop it.
Verb 2-1.
You know what? But you know what? This is DME. This is the shit that niggas do when they be trying to defend the fuckery. They come up with
no. Hold on. Wait. Now I'm not about to pinpoint on just a one wrong word DNA said. I'm not. DNA went the fuck off in that third round. But let's not act like Bird first round wasn't fire. Bird cooked that first round, and everybody knows this. Everybody knows that second round is way closer. Everybody knows that second round way closer than a lot of people like to admit. The problem is this. What y'all are taking away from Bird is what y'all give Lux. Y'all always pull this with Lux, like y'all gotta go back. Wait. Everybody, not you, Wing, but everybody pull the. Y'all gotta go back and listen. Y'all gotta go back and listen to what Lux be saying. Y'all gotta actually transcribe his lyrics. Now, Verb. Hold on, wait, DME. Verb went the Lux route, went more complex, and now everybody is like, oh well, we ain't transcribing Verb shit. We ain't about to break his shit down. But y'all will go back and break Lux words down and put them shits up in the Smithsonian Museum real quick. Bird 2-1.
The nigga was conjuring. Thank you. The nigga was conjuring motherfucking unicorns and shit. We not.
Alteration. If y'all can tell me what alteration means, I'll probably change my vote. But no.
Go ahead.
Alliteration, DNA.
Verb's all three rounds. Was you're the nerd, I'm the cool guy. You're the nerd, I'm the cool guy. That was his entire angle for all three rounds. It was ridiculous.
Wait.
You're a nerd. You did.
Okay, so wait.
I'm a cool guy. I'm a better technical weapon. Bird's angle.
We're gonna kill Bird. We're gonna kill Bird for using just that one angle. But the number one thing everybody said they wanted Geechee Gotti to do for 3 rounds against Tay-Rock was talk about the incident. Everybody kept saying, yeah, for 3 rounds, Geechee Gotti needs to be talking about that incident. Everybody was probably not DME, but everybody else in the comments was like, he got to keep. Listen what everybody's saying about T-Top. When T-Top battled, Oh, everybody need to be talking about that incident. So I ain't trying to hear shit about no birds calling that boy a nerd for 3 rounds.
No. Cortez did not do that. Cortez finessed that fucking battle, and then he basically talked about the shit that T-Top does, and T-Top turned around and did the same.
But we talking. Wait. We talking about Cortez. Cortez goes way deeper with that shit. We not talking about no run of the mill battle rap. We talking about Cortez.
Talk about listen. You can be the cool guy all day fucking long. When a motherfucker you gotta have a nigga cash app you to pay your fucking cell phone bill. The cool guy goes out the window. Fuck that man.
Hey, DNA ain't talking about that. DNA ain't talking about that.
He is I'm talking about Verb.
No, but I'm saying no. I'm saying what you're saying, that is actually true. That is a bar. That's something you told me in private. DNA didn't talk about the whole Cash App thing. He could have, but he didn't. Verb talked about what Verb.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry, but God damn it! I didn't.
You gotta edit that out. You gotta edit that out.
I did not mean to say that. Fuck. See, okay, I'm done. I'm done. God damn it, I'm done. I am done.
Look, like I said, when me and you talked about this one-on-one, like I said, when I first saw the battle, very first time live, I had DNA winning. When I went back and watched that battle 4 more times, I edged the battle to Verb.
Whoever you give this second round to run that battle, DNA took the third clear, Verb took the first clear, and it comes down to what you like in the second round. Whether you like the way it comes down to whether you like the way Verb rap, or whether you prefer the way DNA battle rap in that round. And that's what it comes down to.
Right? But to me, if that's so close and that third round was a knockout, I'm sorry. No one's talked to Verb like that. All right, DNA was talking to him. He got him out of here in that third round. If anything, he knocked him out in that third round. Verb didn't say nothing to DNA, the way that DNA talked to him. Like, come on,
DME.
Come on, man.
Okay, wait. So we doing knockouts.
You giving DNA Russell some madness treatment there.
Okay, so wait. So DME, you mean to tell me we're going to judge the battle strictly off of a powerful third round?
No.
If that's the case, that's what a lot of people did with T-Top and Rum Nitty. Because T-Top's third round with the Walmart checkout was so powerful, everybody was like, Top won the battle.
No.
When people was doing live stream of the battle, everybody was like, yo, Rum Nitty is up 2-0. We're going into the third. Soon as T-Top did Walmart checkout, them same people came back and said Top won the battle.
No. You missed what I said. The difference is because I gave the first to Verb. Because the second is so close, I feel like a third round knockout can happen because it is close.
It wasn't a big jail type of knockout round, though,
Look,
it wasn't that. It was powerful, but it wasn't big jail.
It wasn't a clear 2-0 going into the third where DNA had, where I'm just giving the third to DNA for the win. Because it was so close, all right. I don't think that Verb had any round as powerful as that third. So if it's so close to me, I'm gonna give it to DNA. That's how I looked at it.
Okay, I get your argument. I get what you're saying.
Right, but I feel like rapping. I feel like that second and third coincide. So I get what DME is saying, but that second and third for me coincide. They coincided. I feel like those were two instantiated the third. So I feel like at the end of the day, regardless of what Verb was saying, strategically, the material and how DNA rap, Verb came to fucking rap. DNA was strategic as he always is.
All I'm saying is this.
Accountability, I gave DNA the battle.
If we're breaking down the lyrics for lyrics, it's a lot of questions that you have to ask. Even though DNA went off in that third, it's a lot of questions you got to ask. So if Harry was the backer, like for instance, if Harry was the backer of Verb versus Lux, and you probably saying you hinted that you also got money off of that battle, why in the fuck didn't you book yourself? Didn't have Harry and URL to book you versus Lux? Then you said you never chased Mook and Lux in your career. Yes, you did. In the very beginning of your career, you chased the fuck out of Murder Mook. No, hey, but these are the questions you have to ask.
That was years ago.
He still chased. Hold on, Wing. Wait. Let's be honest. If I chased you 5 years ago and stopped, 5 years of that I chased you, regardless of when I stopped. I still chased. A chase took place.
But why does it matter? Why does it matter that Harry gave him that and didn't give DNA? The whole point is he got it because of this. It's not about me. It's about you got it.
My bad. Go ahead.
Right?
Okay, the reason why I said that, because if you're presenting yourself like a boss, most bosses will put themselves in that situation. But why would you put somebody else in that situation? And then you say you don't want them, you don't want to battle none of these guys, but then you in your round calling these guys out that you don't want to battle.
No, he said fuck them. That's what he said. He wasn't calling them out. Fuck Lux, fuck this guy. We got Hitman, we got this guy, we got that guy.
He said get Lux. He said fuck this, and get Lux the fuck in here. That's what he said.
Yeah,
he said get Lux in here. He called Lux out. So if these are the people you never wanted to battle because you was building your own legacy, why call them out to end your round? Because you really wanted to battle them, but you wanted to paint the narrative that you're not pressed to get your hands on them.
Who's DNA's supposed to battle with Son of Madness too?
Because right now, at this point in time, you bring the vets back, and this is the way that you do it. Because DNA has, as you said, solidified his legacy at this point. You pulling fucking Surf, and Surf played hide and go duck and goddamn reloaded. Are we serious right now? You got me. You know what? I'm gonna be nice.
Leave ducks off alone.
Like I said, in 2020, this is what I want to see. We will wait because remember, Ray, we got a show later on. We will bring all this back up later on and talk more about it later on. Because we got to, you know what I mean? It like I said, that was a big deal. This bag for this year of the bag is really fucking up this culture. And like I said, unfortunately, shit had to happen with twerk days before this panel was to come together. So, but not for nothing, this entire year, that's been what he's been doing.
Let's talk about twerk. Let's talk about twerk later on today, because that's gonna be a whole nother hour of talking if we started talking about twerk.
Right, that's a fact. But ultimately, like I said, when you allow them to do any performance on any platform and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, at the end of the day, and then it does reflect on their performances at smaller events, because they're not preparing. And he said, I've heard where people have told me that even with him, he's written his third round before an event. Like, this shit got to stop.
I seen that firsthand with my own eyes when he battled Cicero.
They said he was
still watched him going down the street right in the bars. You know what I'm saying?
And I was about to say that they said he was going in and out the event, still writing his shit as he got ready for Cicero. But it worked because it was only a 1-round battle.
Right.
Had it been 3, he probably would have choked.
I don't want to really stay on the Twitter topic, but I'll say this: during Rex versus Bill Collector, Twerk was thinking of the battles. You asked, who was around me? Asked Drew from Champion. Standing right there, he was thinking of the battles. There was fire, like, damn, he should say this the next round, because that combat bad stuff. This is in the middle of the battle. Like, while them two are still on stage battling, he's rebutting shit. He stepped outside, was like, I'll be right back. So, that's his writing process, man. At the end of the day,
writing process is not working because he keeps choking. And if I'm sorry, I'm going to take credit for this because it's true. Okay. Look, I've been following Twerk since the beginning. All right, when he goes to these small leagues, he recycles his bars all the time, and he's admitted it. And he finally admitted it because I put out that video on Twitter of him doing it in 3 separate battles, the same bars. All right, and he finally got called out on it, and he said in his own words, "Yes, I do it because I haven't been caught yet. Now that I've been caught, I won't do it anymore." And I said his next battle, he's going to choke because he doesn't have that crutch to lean on anymore. And what happened? He has bars on his phone all of a sudden. I thought he doesn't write. Why? What was he looking at on his phone? What were you looking at, Twerk, if you don't write? Okay, not because you know what would have happened if he wasn't caught? He would have recycled in that battle. That's exactly what would have happened, and nobody would have known. He would have found a scheme from 2014, and he would have said it, and nobody would have known. But he can't do that anymore because he promised. He knows we're watching him, and that's my whole point of calling these guys out. Because I got a half-hour compilation of him doing this over the past 3 years. He has choked and recycled more than any other battle in all the battlers in history. Okay, you can combine them all, and nobody does it more than he's done in the past 3 years. I'm telling you. Okay, and
Let me say this. First, salute you for doing that, DME, because I did see that video, and it was a great video. But you know who I also blame that on? The fucking league owners. What the hell? This dude is one of the most popular people in the game. You mean to tell me that you probably didn't hear this nigga say this on nobody else's stage before you was letting him rock? And then I gotta blame the dumbass crowd that's going to these events that's going ooh and ah for this. You mean to tell me this is the first battle y'all ever seen that y'all ain't never seen this man say this shit? So
sometimes you don't like. It's hard to remember everything. Even when I heard it, I'm like, hold on, man. I thought I heard that before. You know, like that whole butterfly scheme and all that. I'm like, I heard that, and everybody's going crazy. Yeah. Maybe they haven't heard it. Like, again, small battles, whatever. So it's kind of hard. And I used to be on that whole blame the league thing. And at this point, you're right. The leagues are at fault for even booking him. But I can look at it like that, and I can still look at it as still Twerk. You shouldn't be doing that. Just because the league shouldn't be booking, this doesn't excuse Twerk. You know, for doing what he's doing.
I'll tell you who would remember that shit.
Because not necessarily. You think about it.
Hey, hold on, look. If Swave 7 was on that stage, Swave would have remembered that. I've seen Swave battle people, and the minute they say anything similar, he'd be like,
"It was against Swave, though. It happened against Swave, and Swave didn't know. He watched my video. Swave, he against Swave. He said that butterfly scheme, and he did in 2 other battles. Swave had no idea till he saw my video, and he commented on the video saying, "I can't believe this." Swave commented on that video.
Was outraged after that.
Yeah, and that's what started the whole thing. So Swave didn't know. All right, everyone was going. Yeah, Lush won. They're going crazy. Everybody's going crazy. I'm like, oh my god, like really? And you know who knew? The people in the comments.
Accountability for 2020. At this point, I'll end it this way. Y'all mad at media, but we're here. A lot of us are going to be here for a while. You can't deal with accountability, then you probably got to stop battle rapping, because you cannot tell us. You can be mad. You can tell us to take your likenesses down and whatever else. But if we're paying for shit, you're gonna hear it. Period.
Oh yeah. Trust and believe, if they go to a restaurant and they food fuck up, they go complain. So yeah, if I'm paying to see y'all battle, yeah, you gonna hear my mouth. If I'm paying to see you battle and you fucking up, you about to hear my mouth.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. And I think that's just what it is. So, now we become a little bit more aggressive, they feel like, but and I hate to keep bringing Twerk up, but I have to bring Ace up too, and I have to bring up Jada Nightwing. If you're consistently doing this shit, it's going to be that way. Yeah. I mean, Twerk, for a motherfucker to have the unmitigated goal to say, I do this because I can, and you motherfuckers ain't caught me, that's a slap in my fucking face.
Yeah, he literally said that.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's a slap in my face. Like, I'm appalled by that shit. Like, what? Hold up. No, that's the part that we have to, as fans, as media. I understand some people like to candy coat. They don't like to talk about certain shit or whatever, but you know, we have to. We got to make this culture great again, because we, unfortunately, because we're fans, we're going to continue to support. We're going to continue to do everything that we're doing, and we're media, so we kind of have to. But you're not supposed to be keep taking my money, and I'm gonna keep being nice. Like, fuck all that. I come from the lands of pimps and hoes, and right now I'm feeling like a hoe in a hoe stroll, because I keep buying into your product and I'm keep getting fucked with no Vaseline. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm from North Philly, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. At the end of the day,
that's it.
And I respect the culture.
Right. And there's not a whole lot of respect for us.
So,
There's not. You gonna say, hey, look, and you keep saying what you're saying, bro, because shit, I'm from Detroit. You know, hey, look. Hey, I'm spending my money.
I've been in Detroit before.
You about, like, look, if I'm spending my money and I don't like the product, I'm about to say something, man. All that other shit,
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm from the Bay Area, a home of, well, we adopted Tupac. You know, y'all East Coasters feel like he was ours. He was ours. E40, Too Short, shit, Ant Banks. You know what I mean? God damn it. Spice One. I'm from those eras at the end of the day. And it's just, things are different. I look at things a certain way. And yeah, this right here, I don't like this shit. I really, really don't. I don't. So like I said, I appreciate y'all for even coming on. Do not be strangers, because y'all have not met the other guys. They are worse.
Oh man, I mean, I've been waiting for some of them line. I mean, Bishop is always tagging me and shit, man, talking shit to me, call me Professor X. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Bishop, my guy, I love what y'all do with the Breakdown Crew. So it's been an honor with y'all just having me on. And you definitely have 100,000% always been supportive. So it's been an honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. Appreciate y'all.
I
definitely be back.
Yep.
I definitely have to watch DME more, but when you're on, I'm either asleep or at work. And then the phone starts ringing, so I gotta mute you, and it's like, well, shit, okay. I didn't miss half of what I was trying to talk about.
There's always a replay. There's always a replay. You can watch it.
Definitely.
It's New Year's Eve.
I work from 9 to 7 in the morning. 10 hours, I eat my breakfast and I take my ass to bed.
That's a
fact. But definitely, I have to. No, but I do. I have to. Like I said, I brought who I felt. And also, y'all are my, I can't even think, my Battlerap Commission brothers. You know what I mean? So I had to bring up the controversial people that I know are going to get the job done.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And shout out to the commission too. Everybody that's a part of it. You know, we pretty much slowed down on votes. I mean, there's a lot of us, you know, in the commission. We all have our separate platforms, separate lives. You know what I mean? But we are back rolling. You know, the votes will still go out, and we will implement some new shit in 2020.
Yes, definitely. You're gonna hear a lot more from us. So yeah, definitely. Y'all, and go ahead.
It's New Year's. I got to get ready to cook these kids these tacos. I'm about to start drinking. Again, it's been a pleasure. Subscribe to Bad Money TV on YouTube. And y'all be safe out here tonight. You know what I mean? And much success in the coming year. I appreciate y'all.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I appreciate y'all having me, man. Happy New Year. And yeah, just appreciate you guys, man. We'll do it again.
Hey, Wing, I mean, I'm still gonna be free to do the next round of shows, but somewhere down the line, I'm gonna be drinking early because it's 24 hours before it's my birthday. Before it's my birthday officially, January 1st. Capricorn in the building. But yeah, I'm gonna be drinking early for my birthday, man.
I gotta go make these black eyed peas. I need to go make these black eyed peas and see who walks through the door. No, I'm just playing.
God.
Anyway,
y'all need traditions, man. And New Year, new wing, huh? All right. So New Year, new wing.
Hell no. I always self-evaluate throughout the year. So no, I don't do that as per se as a tradition. That's just some shit that you gotta I feel like if you don't look in the man in the mirror at least every 4 to 5 months anyway, like, you know, no. So whatever. Anyway, it's always a revamp somewhere. But yeah, y'all tune in. We don't have a time right now because I have not been asleep since I got off work. So I'm going to lay down and we'll probably do maybe a countdown show or whatever later tonight. And yeah, we'll see.
All
And
right.
yes, be safe. If they shooting outside, then I probably won't. So we shall see. We shall see.
Battle, man.
All right, y'all.
Alrighty, salute,
Peace.
salute to everybody. And we out. All right, Ray, give me a call. Damn, did it end? This is so, I got to do some stuff for Tink. God damn it. Okay, there we go. And did it end the damn broadcast?